Hey everybody, welcome back to STARDEUS. Hope you're having a sweet day. I am much more progressed now on defense. I've got guns all on the outside, pointed at various directions to kind of get it to where we are covering... Let's see if I can click one of these guns here. There we go. Covering a lot of different angles coming at us right now. Now, there's obviously some weaknesses here. One of them being like coming right through this part here, which that just seems like something the AI would do. The other is coming at us really just head on. So we're going to try to address those two, but there's another plan. I think actually there's probably too many guns here, so I could move this one maybe over, maybe like over this way or right between this to go this way. I wish I could go diagonal. It's just, it doesn't let you do that. So I got an okay spread on this side to kind of cover any weaknesses here, especially if it goes into this area. We start blowing this thing up, hopefully, at that point. But there's obviously some weaknesses in the design too. So I'm going to have to look at those and address those as we go. We have nuclear power completed. So I'm going to go ahead and build that now. This is a nuclear reactor. It takes 6 uranium. We actually have that now. And I'm not entirely sure how fast it's going to suck down this fuel. So we're going to go ahead and place the nuclear reactor in the back. This is kind of, as far away from people as possible is the story we're going with here. Well, maybe we'll place it over on this side. Kind of like this. Although if the reactor goes and blows off our engines, that sucks. But I don't think the reactor's going to go. I think we're going to be fine. All right, we're just going to have to keep our head up. I think we'll be okay. Now, I might build, more of them like this. We'll see. I don't know yet. Obviously, I have Stack here. He's going to freak out. Let's go ahead and open this vent, and we'll just have Stack. If you can, just have you stay right here. That'd be great. You could just stay right here, Stack. Stay right here. Right. No, I can't control you anymore. Yeah, stay right there next to the door. There you go. There you go. Good. And then we'll go ahead and close it back up. And, yeah, hopefully he goes and gets himself repaired. We're going to have enough bots eventually where I'm going to need more repair stations, I think. I'm going to build a couple more. We'll maybe do it back here near the shuttle or something, just to kind of give them some extra places. So, yeah, I think maybe this one could get relocated and try to find a way to cover that weakness, like maybe right here. I wish it would do something different with the way it looks, but maybe we'll just set it again. I kind of want to cover this area, so we'll set it down like right here or something. Let's see, what does this actually cover? Yeah, I mean, that kind of covers, that'll kind of cover it a little bit better, right, if we do it like that. So we're really, I think anyway, it's not actually, I'm selecting them, but it's not showing that cone of coverage. So I think I am actually covering this pretty well for now. So we'll leave it like this, and hopefully that covers us really well. Now, I do have a plan for this, okay? And what we want to do here, again, I wish I could somehow reliably go diagonal with this, but there's two things I need to do. First, I want to continue building these guns. And to do that, I need the floor put in. So we'll put like, just a regular floor is fine. We're gonna have a regular floor come all the way out like this. It needs to be there because I need the big bot to come out and build these. So I need like a temporary path for them to be able to get here. So we're not going to leave this intact. We'll probably just disassemble this as soon as this is built. But it might be a good idea to have some sort of permanent path out here just for the sake of repairs and stuff later. We'll look at it. If nothing else, this little section right here is going to go, and we'll leave the pathway here. But I need the big bots to get out here and build these, since they're the only ones that have science skills. Okay, so the nuclear reactor is getting built, and this is going to give us 1 megawatt of power. I've also expanded solar a little bit. 1 more row here, 2 more rows, actually 3 more rows here. So we're all the way out to the edge of the wall here now, but it's kind of like hanging out here, and I'm thinking maybe I could get them to, well, when I get the more advanced ones, there's another level to solar panels that are even more advanced than this, and when I do that, maybe I'll replace them and kind of make them angle out that way. We'll see. But for now, I want to see whether or not, because I know this takes uranium to build, but I want to see what does it take to keep it running. My play testing, if you will, my play test save is not this far anymore. So I'm now blind. I can't test anything now. So we're just gonna go with it. As fast as we can, or we're just gonna go with it organically with you guys now. I've added some more teleporters to the teleporter room, and these ones actually will go outside here. So we got one on the outside of my glass wall here, and one outside of the glass wall here. And what I was thinking of is doubling up this glass wall, like really reinforcing it, so there's 2 layers to it. I'm not sure if that's necessary or not, but that's what I was thinking of doing. And then the bridge controls, we're going to place this right in the center, right there. And then this is going to go, I'm going to relocate this and put that chair right there. We're actually going to eventually build a captain's chair instead, which will be better. But don't have that for now. So just connect that up to the power, and now everybody can go and do where they want to go now. So we're only researching at 750 kilowatt, at least until this thing builds. And then we should be able to get energy storage up and running. Better batteries. So up until this point, I have still been on these new batteries, which is, whatever. I mean, it's not like it's been a huge detriment to me or anything. We have increments of darkness, but it has more to do with generation, I feel, than it does storage. So storage is like emergencies. Generation should be a good thing, like constant. So let's go ahead and connect this to fuel, and I want this to be connected to 2 different points for redundancy. I would like it anyway. We'll go like that too. So now that we get this, we need a fuel, and of course it just needs uranium. So energy output 200,000 units. So it looks to me like it takes uranium, but then it's gonna burn for a long time. Like this will be slower, or it'll be more effective, more efficient, whatever. Speaking of more efficient, we can use the reactor efficiency upgrade, and we can install that upgrade in here. So I can say I want that installed here. I'm also going to pull this upgrade out of this reactor and pull it out of this one. And we can now have the efficiency upgrades go in here and make it last even longer. Let's just kind of get that to go. Do another one. See, now we're not pulling all of the power we need, it looks like. And go. Even more efficiency. So hopefully this means that we can generate a lot more power than we were before. And I can go ahead and probably place 2 of these. As long as we're finding planets that have uranium on them, that should be all right. Of course, we can always find stuff here too, but that power is going to allow us to do some really good things, I think. Like, hopefully, continue on our journey now. So Nemo is between systems at the moment. We were on our way here before, and I'm all right with that. But, there's a Bodden system. It's a little bit closer. I don't know, maybe we could deviate and head towards a different system. We could try this Bodden system instead and see what that entails. So we're gonna get somebody come over here and mess with the controls. We have perfect temperature control in here. Well, perfect is a bit of an understatement. We have good temperature control in here. And I do want to, again, rebuild this front area. I think I'm going to redo it to where there is an air gap with more glass. So just to be even more secure, have more security. I think also we could go ahead and construct a copy of this, and we'll place this, I think, 2 guns right in the center here. So really anything that crosses in front of our ship should just get obliterated, which brings me to the grand master plan of this entire thing. And that is to have lit floors. I know this is going to sound weird, but lit floors all the way out to, let's say, right about... lit floors are going to get blown up, so maybe not lit floors. We do, like, I don't know, 2 lit floors, I guess. But if we can instead do, let's say, some... let's do these cautionary ones. Just for, like, 3 rows to really let people know, hey, by the way, this is going to be dangerous for you. I kind of dig that idea. So we'll kind of do one of these numbers, and then after that, we're going to do a frame. So we're going to have floors, and then I want the frames. Yeah, these. And so we're going to have these go all the way out the front, about I think there should be fine. Okay. See the range on this? Yeah, about here should be fine. Maybe even further out. We could go a little bit further. It's fine. Let's go build a copy. We'll go a little bit further out, about like that. And then finally, at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to have these special floors again. We're not going to have floor vents. We're going to have a special floors. And oh, it could be emblems. I don't have an emblem to give it, so I won't. Let's just do the lit ones. These are probably... It looks cool. I think it looks cool. Never find which one I want half the time, man. All right, we're going to go around this side here like this. And you know it's going to look a little weird, okay? You're going to be like, why is he doing it this way? But I think when you see it, you'll be like, oh, that's cool. I mean, honestly, this is over. We don't need to do it this way. And this is a lot of materials. I'm probably doing this a really stupid way. Let's just not do the lit stuff. We'll just do a regular floor. I'm being indecisive now. We'll just do this simple thing like that, okay? But I think you'll see that this is a pretty cool idea. At least I'm hoping anyway. I hope you guys will appreciate this. There's been some thought put into this. Yeah, I know maybe it doesn't look like that, but there's been some thought put into it, I assure you. Let me get one of these control points. We're gonna build a copy and have that be kind of right. Well, ideally you'd want these to be in range of everything, but I think I'm gonna set it on the side here for now, like this, or maybe right next to this could be fine. Yeah. And then on the very end here, we're gonna do something else that's really, really cool. I don't have it researched yet, so we're gonna go ahead and research it now. And then I think once I show you the research, you'll be like, oh, okay, I see what he's doing. Hopefully. We'll go to the research screen, and what I want to get is the tractor beam. There's two things in this. There is a tractor beam that produces an electromagnetic beam that can guide some flying objects toward a selected tractor beam target. Targets must be built separately. And then there is the tractor beam target. It's a marker used by the tractor beam device. Build this where you want incoming objects to land. Okay, do you see what I'm doing now? If you don't worry, you'll get it eventually. It's gonna click any second now. We'll go ahead and build that, get that, and get that, and get that. All right, cool. So now we have like headlights almost. And we have this big sort of spearing nose sticking out the front of the ship, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build targets right here. And then hopefully the tractor beams can be positioned away from that. So all I have to do is rebuild the targets. I'm hoping the beams can be positioned here and here. Possibly, you know, back behind here. I haven't tried them yet, so I have no idea how they work. But that's what I'm looking to do. Ooh, we have arrived inside a new galaxy, you guys. We has arrived in the Bolden system. Oh, okay. We have to come to a complete stop. So we've arrived, but we're not fully arrived. There's the sun, and there's all of our planets and stuff. So now I think we're finally stopped. The velocity vector should be 0. Yes, okay. So enter the system, and now we're here. And if we zoom out, the system, it has a whole lot of stuff. All right, so we don't really want to get into trouble, I don't think. Where's Nemo? I've lost sight of Nemo. Oh, Nemo's way over here. Okay, so we don't want to get into trouble. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to launch a probe here and let that go. Then we're going to go ahead and launch another probe to Neath. And my priority is going to be finding, I think, uranium. So that I can... Whoa, that one said Old Earth. Old Earth owned. Old Earthers are peaceful settlers and colonists, mostly into farming and agriculture. Well, that's a place that's probably pretty safe to go. We'll set a destination there first, I guess. Neath, this is probe pending. Prius, probe pending. And then Nulgil, we'll send a probe there too. So 3 probes heading out on an adventure, and we'll go ahead and copy and get replacements for those probes built right there. Okay, so now that we're you know, we're gonna research that tractor beam. I think it's probably safe now that we're with nuclear power to go ahead and turn these back on. And I want to take a look at my reactor. 4.86. Okay, so it lasts a pretty long time. It's like if we can get efficiency upgrades in, that's gonna be really nice to have. But we have more than enough power now. Well, okay, we will dip into our battery. No. Yes, our consumption is higher. Yeah, the blue line is consumption. So we will dip into our battery while we burn. But that's why we're getting the new storage, so that we can have even more battery. So when we're not burning, that won't be a problem. So we're going to go ahead and I think and deconstruct the batteries that are back here. We'll go ahead and construct these two, or deconstruct these ones. And we'll build the replacement batteries back here in the corner. Deconstruct all of that. And Dark Dragon is now 19 years old. Congrats on your 19-year-old self. Don't you wish you were 19 again? I have no idea how old you are. But, yeah, don't you wish? So one of these batteries will directly replace 3 of the smaller ones, and we're going to go like this with this. We're going to make a big old battery bank along the wall here. And I guess we'll probably go ahead and order deconstruction on that one too. And the hope is, of course, that we can store all the extra power that we are not using, so that when we burn our rockets like this, we can operate off partial battery power as we do it. That is, of course, assuming the game will allow this. So this is all done. It looks actually pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. Look at that probe. Wait a second. There's a probe. It's right there. Oh, you know what this is? Maybe? See how the probe is pulling ahead? It's pulling slightly ahead of us. Because we shot a probe at the planet that we're on our way to, right? I mean, I shot a probe to this, and then I decided to go to it. And yeah, so the probe is actually behind us. So maybe I shouldn't go to that one. Maybe I should go somewhere else, because I already probed those, you know? Like, maybe I head to Wild, and then I know what that stuff is. Like, Wild is here. Maybe I travel here instead. Let's go to Wild, and then we can come down to these ones, since I've already probed these. I think. Wait. There's only 3 probes out. Okay, hang on. Wait. Did I mess something up here? This is probe pending. This is probe pending. I probe pending on this. And this is probe pending. So I must have launched 4 probes. I just don't see the 4th probe. This is cool how you can just... Oh, there they are. They're really close together. Okay. Yeah, we'll go to a different planet for now, and we'll let the probes do their thing, and we'll learn where they are, what they're up to. But again, if I can find one planet with uranium, then I can keep my power up with this factory until I get more advanced solar. Oh, there's that other probe. That's cool. And then we can, change up the advanced solar too. All right, merchant ship offering trade. What do you got? Let's take a look. Copper plate, gears, steel plate. I do need a lot of this stuff. And I've got $1 million. So I feel like, I can wait for all my plants to process it, or I can just get it. I'm going to take look how cheap this stuff is. Like, this is super cheap. That's just nothing. Forget that. I'm going to buy it. And then this is a bit more expensive, titanium is, but I mean, we can go like 560 on that. That's probably fine. So 100 grand on there, and then I really don't think I'm going to give you anything. Just compression upgrades. We're going to use all that stuff, so no. You can't have that. You can't have jet. Actually, I like the idea of buying more of those. Do you have any uranium? No. Let's just execute that. We'll give them 100 grand for a whole bunch of resources that we're processing anyway, but now we just have those building resources. It can go way faster. So I can now tell this to stop processing titanium and go back to quartz. I can do the same thing with, I guess, this one. Go back to quartz, and we'll let the other ones kind of do their thing for now. And then this area here is where all the electronics and stuff are being made. We process copper in this area. And so I'll switch, I think, the back 2 to copper. Let the other one continue with iron. It's fine. Okay. And all this stuff is still collecting, which is great. So the big task now I just like these probes are just flying around. It looks like we're, you know, there's like some sort of war zone. We got torpedoes and stuff. That'd be a cool weapon thing. Like, let's get torpedoes in the game and then have other big ships. You know what would be a really cool feature addition for this? And I don't anticipate this being a very easy thing to add. It's probably incredibly difficult. But like, we got cloud saves, and we're probably gonna have, you know, mods, and there's all sorts of things like that, right? What if there was a way to connect all the players that were playing this game, no names or anything, but the ships that are designed that are flying around like we are right now? What if these ships, you could encounter them as a potential like other faction ship, or oh, hang on, whoa, micrometeoroids. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, all of a sudden we run into a new faction. It looked kind of like FTL does, right? Where you have a whole big ship, and then maybe you have to fight it. Maybe you negotiate. Maybe there's like a prisoner. Maybe they board you with teleporters, right? Maybe you board them with teleporters. You know, you have some sort of diplomatic dialogue. It could add to the story. Maybe different factions have different ships, and like, you know, when you start up a new save, the game will go from like the cloud of thousands of players and just pull like 10 of their ships at random and put it into your game, and you have a chance of running into them and, you know, potentially opening up a dialogue or engaging in battle or something with them. I think that'd be an interesting thing, right? Because then you'd have a different ship design every single time you encountered somebody, and you also get to see a little bit about what other players are building, right? Like, you know, like this ship is pretty small. There's players that build like just massive ships. I like mine kind of concise like this. I didn't really need mine to be super big. And then from this point, I'm going to expand it as purpose drives. But it's just it's one of those things. Like, I thought that might be a cool idea. Anyway, we have meteoroids on this side. Unfortunately, I do believe that these will shoot the meteoroids, provided, of course, they have power. That is a requirement. But I think they will shoot the micrometeoroids too, if I remember correctly, which I may not. See, that came in. Did we shoot it? No, we didn't shoot that one. I really do want to see. I'm trying to make it as you know, one-time speed. Well, we definitely didn't shoot that one. Although, yeah, these aren't really charged very well. So, see, like, that one should have been stopped, right? If we were shooting, if we actually shoot the micrometeoroids, then that one should have been stopped. So I don't think we actually shoot them. But these are reinforced windows, and that's why I wanted double layer windows here. Because stuff like this, we need to be prepared for that. So I think I am actually going to go ahead and get that laid in, and we're gonna go around this and create a secondary layer of protection around the captain's chair, if you will. Speaking of the captain's chair, go ahead and get the captain's chair. Maybe security controls will do it. Must be on the same grid as security devices in the ship computer. I'm wondering if you need the security controls to shoot the like the meteoroids and stuff, because I thought I remember seeing that in the changelogs and stuff, that those things can shoot. It might just be the big asteroids. It's possible it's just that, and I just don't remember. Also, I just built all these when I could clearly have built this. You need 80 RAM to do this, though, and I don't know if it's going to be worth it or not. Weaving and then spacesuit. We still don't have the ability to make new clothes. That's probably something I should focus on for a little bit, because we have a lot of new people. Shuttle upgrades are unnecessary. FTL propulsion will be there eventually if we get 128 RAM. And I thought I'm looking for... Okay, yeah, we did. It's advanced furniture. It's right here. So we can build the sleeping pods and then the captain's chair. There's also cabinets and stuff like that too. So we can get that stuff going. But the captain's chair, right? That's what I want to put in here. So we're going to furniture and then captain's chair. Chairs and then captain's chair. Here it is. And we want to put that right where this chair here is. So we'll build it, and then I'm going to move this one. We can just deconstruct it probably. Now I'll just relocate it because might have a more tables and stuff eventually too. So maybe we'll just set this next to the oxygen for the time being. And then once they move that chair, we can put the captain's chair and move that where the bridge controls are. Yeah, good. All right, so now we want to take and get a copy of our windows, and we're going to set that. No, apparently I'm not. There we go. No, I guess I have to do one at a time. I can't drag it. We'll go like that, and then we want to have this be double layer. The problem with putting it here is that they won't be able to repair this if it gets damaged. And I obviously want that to be repairable. So if I want to do... Well, let's go ahead and repair that for now. Are the meteorite shower over with? It doesn't look like there's any other additional damage to worry about. There's a little bit to the wall there, so we have to fix that. A little bit on that wall, fix that panel. And that seems to be it. We might be leaking here. It would appear as though we are leaking here, which is no good. We only have a small heater in this area. So this repair needs to be a higher priority so we can seal that up and stop leaking. There we go. And then now the heat can hopefully get dispersed once more. We'll go ahead and open that vent to allow that air to travel a bit more. And then maybe we can go ahead and open this one. But I think the temperature in here is really cold. Yeah. We don't have a heater in here. So I think for the sake of security, probably best to have a heater in this area to, you know, heat this zone as well. And the heat will work its way out to the outside. It's not like it's going to be stuck in this little area. It will move. So weaving is going to get done very, very fast. Not enough battery cells. So we built... Looks like we built one. At least get one hooked up. And that's 50% charged somehow. I guess it gets built with charge built in. That's an interesting feature for a battery. So if we make more battery cells, I suppose we'll stop making the energy rifles, which we've been making quite a few of. I think most of my bots that can hold weapons have weapons now. So that's pretty cool. But we'll switch to making battery cells instead so that we can get that going. And then I think I want to upgrade my CPU units. CPU units, said it again. There you go. I think I'm going to upgrade these to be tier 2 as well. So we're getting close to being We're getting close to being more better at you know, ship management, if you will. I think probably repairs can take place with the ones that move around. The bots that move around, I think repairs will work with them. So we're just gonna eliminate this part so it doesn't look weird. Not saying that it doesn't look weird already, but I think we're gonna, you know, try to stop it from looking weird if we can. And then on this side, I'm going to, I think, make a weapons mount platform that allows me to mount additional guns right here. And then I want to have one of those angled ones just to make it look better, like so. So now we can mount guns here to help us from that direction too. So we'll go ahead and build a copy of this gun, and we want to place it, I guess, right here, and then the other one goes on this side and shoots that way. But the problem with that is that we're inviting damage to the solar panels. So if I could get that to be out more like here, it would be, I think, better for us to have it out just a tad bit more. So maybe this platform doesn't go here yet. Perhaps instead we add one more layer like this and get it one more row out, and then that means that this angled piece gets to be popped here. So that still looks okay. And then when that's all done, we can now build a copy of the gun and get that gun to be mounted on the edge. I just can't hit that with enough times, man. Okay, so weaving's gonna get done. We're building battery cells. We've got probes. They've all been scanning stuff. So let's take a look and see where we got things in the galaxy now. The Nemo, it should be over here where Wild is. Took us a bit to get there, but we are here. And if we scan this, it just has rock and copper, which, like, okay, yeah, we can go down and get copper. That's not a big deal. But how about these other 4 planets? We probed them, so let's see. Lithium, iron, any uranium on any of these. Copper is in abundance over there. Coal, silicon, and rock, silicon, quartz. Okay, so no uranium over there. And I think I want to kind of just skip. Although trading with the old Earth people could be cool. And getting rock and stuff, we can process that. We don't have any available, actually. So processing rock is... We have machines just standing by waiting to process rock, so I suppose. But we have rock at the planet we're on right now, right? The wild has rock, yeah. So when we go down to the surface on this one, we're also going to pick up the rocks. So let's take our shuttle, and we'll go on an expedition, go on a little bit of an adventure. We'll take Hobo Goblin, because he's got great mining skills. I want to say Vordo is peaked out on his mining skills, so let's pull him out and replace him somebody else who could be better. Let's do Mavis. And then you guys can just do your thing. Ava, Linus, and Sheen will go ahead and do their thing. Launch that expedition, and I want you to just mine everything you see. We also have these 2 repair stations, which I can hook up to power like so. Okay. What's your deal? Unsafe area, too hot. Oh. Oh, of course this reactor is warm. Oh, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be warm, you idiot? I'm so glad we discovered that. Oh, that's like a really stupid mistake, you know? Like, oh yeah, the nuclear reactor definitely doesn't need cooled. Of course not. Let's high priority this before it's too late. And, you know, in the case of a meltdown, you might see where this is going. In the case of a meltdown, we're going to want to have a door here, which we can prioritize that as a big thing as well. And then temporarily, since we are parked, I'm going to go ahead and shut down the reactor. Okay, we're just going to disconnect it, shut it down. And hopefully that will bring the temperature down a little bit. Yeah, there you go. That was really stupid. All right, good. We figured it out, though. I'm sure most of you who played this game are probably like, or maybe even who has common sense with, you know, a nuclear reactor. We're probably going, so are you going to, like, you know, prevent a meltdown or what? Here we go. We're all set. Turn it back on. And vent the room. Check the temperature. Nice and cool now, huh? All the heat's getting sucked out. Isn't that nice? Yes, the heat is slowly dissipating throughout the whole place. This is going to keep it nice and cool in here. And the temperature can drop everywhere else. And the oxygen is also being vented, but it'll take time for that to actually happen completely. Temperature is the most important thing. And let's go ahead and close that up. And let's see what happens here. So, should start, I think, to see the temperature subside here and get a little bit more reasonable. However, we can accelerate this by just opening up this vent and really just make this room much more tolerable for a little bit and then close it. All right, good. And then, you know, I could probably put a heat sink near that too, but so these radiators, right? They pretty important. Gonna keep the temperature around 20. There you go. Okay, good. And then I could probably get back. I think I'm gonna, because I'm gonna find the uranium eventually. We're gonna find more. So I'm gonna add 1 more reactor here, and then of course 2 more of these very important radiators right here, as well as I think another door that I'm gonna put right in front of this, just so I can control that. All right then, good. We're not gonna have a nuclear meltdown. I was like, why are all these symbols blinking at me? Surely I've missed something, right? You can hook up there, right? Oh, come on. Aw. All right, we'll hook you there, and then the last connection point on this node will be that one, which is already ready to build. I think it just needs the big bot to come over and do it, and I don't think he can reach that. I think he's got to have a full place to reach it. So what I'm going to do with this is we're going to relocate you to be here temporarily, and then that way the other bot can come up and do that. And again, I'm thinking about repairs though. I think the other construction bots can do enough with repairs. Spacesuits are done. So let's go ahead and give them the ability to make their own clothing. Finally. First time in a long time. Not tables, not sleeping pods, not security, although I do want to have the tractor beam stuff. So target, we'll get the clothes in a second. The target is going to be, we're just going to have one target for now. We'll place it there, and we'll just keep rebuilding this as we need. But that's going to be our tractor beam target. And then the other thing we do is the actual tractor beam, and I'm not sure how far away it can work. It looks to me like it needs to be actually managed. Yes, so this is something that gets managed by crew. Great, so we'll have a crew set up over here for that. And then we'll try to direct. Shuttles back, are we done? You get everything? Wild. You did not even get close to everything. What's going on? You didn't get... Well, there's a lot of resources we go on. 450 is the cap, so there's actually a lot of stuff here to get. We'll take several trips down to the surface there. The target I wouldn't think is very expensive. Yeah, it just has a little transistor, and it's just basically a plate with a transistor in it. And then this is the more expensive thing. But we have all those resources, so good. Hobo Goblin is 78 years old. Wow. That's pretty wild. Get that. Oh, of course, the short circuit. Why wouldn't it short circuit? Open that up and kill the oxygen temporarily. It's just, it happens way too frequently. These short circuits. Way too frequently. Light the fire. Temperature goes down to safe levels and go. I feel like it shouldn't happen as frequently as it does. Maybe I just have bad luck. Okay, this is done. And then let's go ahead and relocate the gun to be... Actually, we can put it forward. And then that will allow things to move in through here anyway. Yeah, like that. All right, good. So there's our guns. And I think that is a much better path. It makes it a lot less likely that we're going to shoot our solar panels. And we cover a pretty wide range coming back behind the ship, too. So if it's coming this way or if it's coming from this direction, we'll have guns that can go that direction. Now, the final platforms we're going to have for our guns is going to be over here. I'm not going to do a lit floor. Regular floors are fine. Maybe we should reinforce them. I mean, it's an expensive gun sitting on top of it, so maybe I reinforce it anyway. We can have... That platform's going to be located back here. And we can do something like this. Again, we have to make a path for the big bot to get to it. And I was going to do this anyway before, right? Down here we have an airlock. And so I'm going to build a copy. We'll keep it in line with that airlock. And we're going to put another one right here. And then we just simply get rid of that wall. So now there will be a path to get out there from there. And then we'll do the same thing on this side where we have the floors. We'll go reinforce. That's good. And it will be, is it right on the edge? I'll put it right on the edge, right? Yeah, 4 levels right on the edge. So 4 levels right on the edge, like so. And then that will be there. And then we can go ahead and have that go all the way out, work itself that way. And then finally, this will work itself out that way. So we'll be able to place guns on the back as well to cover from that direction. And we don't have a whole lot of side weapons here on this side, so that could be something I look at next. We do have solar panels right here, and I could just make the floor come on out. But I wanted to leave this area open for additional expansion. This side's pretty big and beefy going out that way, but we don't have a whole lot here, so I kind of wanted to leave myself open for a ship expansion if necessary. So far, not necessary, but yeah. Cloning is not really something I wanted to get into, to be honest. I'm not like gonna judge if anybody does it, but I'd rather just use the colonists that are there. I feel like it's a better story. If a clone happens from the teleporters, then so be it. But let's grab security controls. That's gonna use up the remainder of our storage, looks like, and then we'll use force fields, which, yeah, we don't have storage for that. So luckily though, we do have upgrade units for our storages. We've been making them, so we should be able to install additional disk compression upgrades on this. Yep, and here should be good, and maybe one more down here. Yes, we have a lot of them just sitting around. We've been making them, so just get them all installed. Look how many we have. Isn't it great? Being able to make your own is pretty fire. There we go. Okay. And we should now have, yep, there it is. There's enough storage now. We don't need more hard drives. We just need our data to be more compressed. So all the materials are delivered for the tractor beam. We just need Dragon to come in here and to do it. And then this needs to be connected. There we go. Start getting the heat working its way back into this area. And oxygen should be building as well through here. Yep. Now that there's a heater in there, I think I'll go ahead and turn this vent and open it up. Just let the air flow, man. Okay, so guns on that side, looking good. We have a platform on this side, and we have the door, which is not in range of these. I was really hoping it was going to be. Damn. All right, I'm going to need to get I think a wall switch. Nah, screw it. We'll just do one of these bigger connectors. We have to connect the guns and stuff anyway, so we'll put it just inside on that side, and then also another one just inside on this side. And then you need connected there, 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 and there. Did I do a relocate instead of a... I think I did. Build a copy, please. Yes, a copy. Like that. And then we configure you for uranium, yes. That was really stupid. I've been doing quite a lot of stupid things today, haven't I? I mean, this is what happens when you're sleep deprived. My daughter doesn't like to sleep at night. I mean, it's the thing that babies do, but she just doesn't like to sleep at night. And it's keeping me up because I try my best to be the guy that gets up in the middle of the night so my wife can sleep. Because, you know, she's with her during the day while I'm recording videos for you guys and working. So it's only fair, right? Like, I want to, we kind of take turns on that. And, yeah, it's been a time, man. Let's connect this, and then we'll do a secondary connection just to make sure. For redundancy. Okay, and then this needs connected. Oh, no. I didn't think that needed connected to the grid, but now if I think about it, there is a transistor on it, isn't there? Since there's a transistor on it, it does make sense. Well, we can place... It's one tile away. I went one tile too far, of course. I don't want it to be... I'm going to have to be here with it. We'll go like this. We'll have two of these. And then... Can I do a floor connector? By chance, like in the middle of this? Can we do something like... I have to have a solid floor to do that, but... I'm just wondering if it'll let me do like two floor connectors instead. Nah, we'll just create the redundancy we need. So let's take this floor. We'll copy it to here and here, I guess. And then also, maybe there's a way to make this look even better. Yeah, there's actually an angled floor here too. So we could go like that and like this. That'll make it look even better. And then potentially even doing the same thing on that side and that side. Yeah, there we go. Now it looks intentional. Although it does kind of change the angle. It's not exactly the same angle when you do it that way, but it's kind of whatever. It's fine. By doing that, though, I can now place the connectors here and here, which should be able to dual connection here. In case one of them gets destroyed, we can still do it. And then, you know, like I don't think the guns are going to hit this, but that's the reason why we have two connectors, just so in case one of the guns hits it. All right, so now we just need this to be hooked up. So we're going to go like so, and then we'll hook this up together like that, and then hook you up to that. So there's ultimate redundancy there. And then we'll finally connect you there and connect you there. Okay, we now have a functional tractor beam, I think, to this target. Yes. So now when something comes onto the map, we're going to lure it to hit this spot. All right. I want it to go here. And by pulling it into this spot, and I actually might need to go bigger with this because I think that like the pods and everything, like they're not going to land here. They're not going to be able to actually land on this surface. I think you actually do have to go bigger. Yeah, I think so. So if I went one out on each side here and then just kind of went like this. See, the problem is I can't have it be symmetrical because I'm 2 rows here instead of 3. So I either need to do 1, which is really dainty, but I guess I could have, or I need to do 3, and then that's the only way I can get this to be centered. So I guess for what we'll do, it's going to trigger people if I do this, right? Because it's not centered. So I'd have to kind of do that and then just have that target be off center, but at least it gives a platform where it can land, and that's, I think, the point. Otherwise, I'm not sure how it'll work. Yeah, we'll just do regular floors. It's fine. And then we'll do the angle floors there and there. So there's our platform. And so if we ever get anything that comes on in, whether it's pods, storages, whatever, somebody will run to this, and they're going to use that tractor beam and bring it right in. We can select it and say, hey, take that and bring it right in there. Now, if it's just like a storage container or something, I'll let it come on in here and land. As long as it's not gonna, break my wall apart or something like that one did, I can let it land. But, if it's clearly it's a breach pod kind of thing, then we'll respond by, taking that out. So on this side, we'll have one gun facing, I think, this way. And then another gun. I wanted to actually have 2 guns facing this direction because I want to protect the engines, right? Because the engines are pretty expensive. So I want to have 2 guns, one like this and one like this, with another gun facing like that. But I think I have to move this back because they need to be able to get in there. Did I move this one back too? Yeah, they can, I think anyway, be able to get through there. Possibly. Let's build these guns last. So we'll have these 2, and then obviously this one is kind of covering it a little bit too. But these 2, if there's anything heading this direction, right, we should be able to shoot it with 2 guns instead of 1. It should be a little bit easier to take out what we want to take out. And there we go. So that's it. That's my plans for this video. We got nuclear power. We got our tractor beam set up. Very good things. One thing that might be helpful actually is to have multiple tractor beam stations, because this only targets one thing at a time to one target at a time, and that's not very good. Like what if there's 2 breach pods, right? So if I build a copy of this and place it over here, now we can handle 2 tractor beams, right? Maybe there's multiple breach pods. We could do one here, and then we could do another one down here. So now we have, the ability to control 4 different targets. And then we place 4 targets right here, and that would actually make it symmetrical, wouldn't it? It sure would. Sure would. If I went just like this and then built 4 targets like this, now everyone can be happy. And we'll bring them all right to the center, right? We're going to bring them in here, and that's where all the guns will just pulverize them. If they're on this side, we're tractor beaming them in. They might, be moving this direction laterally, and then these guns that are, on this side can start shooting it. Whether or not they shoot it while we're beaming it in, I don't know that part. But we have enough connection points here to... I thought we did, but son of a gun. All right, hold on. We're gonna redo this. Hang on. Need to move them here. We can't relocate these. Oh my gosh, they're like plates on the floor. Radar proximity warning, 6 hours and 54 minutes to that being a problem. Okay, so we're gonna just go ahead and travel here right now, just to get out of the way. And bridge controls, they can teleport here, but I want this device to be the ultimate priority all the time. So if we need to go somewhere, one of the humans should go over here and get on it really quickly. I hope anyway. Perhaps they won't, because so far nobody's coming. So there we go. So let's boost ourselves away. Yep, get away from this. And, the shuttle will come back for you. But there we go. We got these. And so now I have to destroy these. So, all right. It's going to look better this way anyway. You guys agree. It'll look better this way. Yeah, let's take these out too. All right. Now I have connection points for these 4. So go like that and go like that. And then also like, no way. No, it's this one. Yeah, these ones are getting destroyed. Okay, we've arrived. Did we escape? I actually don't know. Let's go here now. That's got to be far enough away. Let's go here now. To escape the asteroid, I feel like it's got to be far enough away. There we go. Okay, and all that stuff is getting just dismantled, and then we'll build a copy and do that. All right. So now we've got the 4 platforms, right? And so we'll have 4 tractor beams to go to 4 different targets. So we can have up to 4 objects at once brought to the center so that all these guns can just shoot it as they get brought in. That's the plan anyway. I don't know if it'll work that way, but that's the plan. And we'll have multiple... We avoided the collision. Good. We'll have multiple nuclear, right? Reactors. And we just have to find another source of uranium now. But we'll put all of the efficiency modules that we have in this one, for example. We'll take these 2 out. This one doesn't have any upgrades. It looks like we only have 2 more left. So we need to build another one. We can make that happen. Discompression upgrade. Let's stop producing that. Go to reactor efficiency upgrade instead. And then you are actually building a processor efficiency upgrade. And then we want to place those processor efficiency upgrades inside these units here. So we'll take the one for, let's go with the titanium one. We'll say install. This one also is a titanium one. We'll install one there. We'll install one here. We'll install one over here. See, like, we're making our own. So let's get those installed too. Lots of things to do, but I mean, we're in a completely new star system now, which seems awesome. Hopefully it's less of a threat. We'll see. But we're getting our defenses set up now. We got tractor beams. And then once the security controls are online, I'm wondering if that allows people to like man the guns in some way. I don't know. Security controls are going right here. So place these like this, and we're placing security controls, I guess, here, here. I wonder if there's a station that's 3 wide. That's 1 tile wide, more wide than I thought it was. You can also go like this. That's one way to get around it. Then they can just get around themselves like that, I suppose. We'll do two security stations. I'm not entirely sure if we have a use for 2 of them, but we'll see. And then force fields has now begun research at a third of the speed that we would normally do it at, but we've begun research on it, and that's the important thing. Okay, good. Got extra batteries now. Seems good. We can probably break these ones down and replace these 2. That's going to be great. We'll use those resources. Possibly 10 battery cells needed here, so we'll use those resources to get this going. And then 6 more uranium, 10 rubber, 5 microchips. And then the efficiency upgrades will get popped into there. And then we just have tons of power, which is going to be great. All right, so that's it, guys. That's my video for today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I hope you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.